hem onder. We're in the city of the palm trees today on the eastern coast of Spain for what must be regarded as a must-win game for Espanyol as they travel to the bottom club, Elche. The Espanyol coach, Diego Martinez, was keen to avoid calling this game a final, as the cliche often goes these days. In his pre-game press conference yesterday, he want to put that kind of pressure on his players, but really the table talks for itself. Espanyol just one place and 1 point away from the relegation zone. And in that kind of position, their only win all season, 3-1 victory over Villarreal, and so some optimism returning perhaps to the ranks of the home fans as they welcome their players. Those Elche supporters inside the Estadio Manuel Martínez Valero sticking with their players. Defend with honour the badge and the club, and the colours is the message on the banners behind the goal. And these are the Elche players. They are cheering on today. They've got a couple of players back from suspension after the game in midweek at Real Madrid that they lost heavily. Omar Mascarell and Helibelton Palacios are back. Lucas Boyer also returns to the starting lineup to partner Ezequiel Ponce in attack. Diego González is suspended from the back line, which means that probably Palacios, who's normally a full-back, will play in the central defensive role, one of the back three. Carlos del Cerro Grande is the referee on the field, and it's Hernandez in the VAR booth. As the players pose for a joint photo in support of the victims of the tragedy in Turkey and Syria. And let's take a look at the Espanyol lineup, and let's admit it, we're guessing they have 3 central defenders missing. Leandro Cabrera is suspended, Fernando Calero and Cesar Montes are injured, so that's a guess, to be honest, of how they might line up. It could well be that Vinicius Sousa, normally a central midfielder, goes into the back 4 or maybe back 5. Espanyol being keen to avoid giving away any clues as to how they are lining up exactly, but certainly Diego Martinez, the visiting coach, is going to have to improvise a little with only 1 central defender, Sergi Gomez, available. Presentation before the game to Fidel upon reaching 200 appearances in Elche colours, wearing the captain's armband as well. Real favourite with the home fans, who aren't going to be able to cheer on their hat-trick hero from their only win against Villarreal, that last home game. Paramia is now injured, so he cannot play today. Before the action starts, as at all La Liga Santander games, we'll have a minute of silence in memory and in support of the victims of the tragedy in Turkey and Syria, and a VR code you can use to donate. So ready for kickoff on a beautiful sunny day on the east coast of Spain. It's not quite a derby, there's about 5 hours drive between Barcelona and Elche, but it's an East Coast derby of sorts. A warm weekend in Spain, temperature around 20 degrees at kickoff. And a game that really should be positive. Both teams have to win it. Elche in such a desperate position that draws are really no good to them. So they will surely go for all 3 points and be positive. And similarly for Espanyol, playing against the bottom club, you wouldn't be that happy if you only pick up the 1 point. And it is the visitors who get the game underway. They're starting with 3 new players, 3 debutants. Denis Suarez in midfield, Jose Gragera, and the goalkeeper Fernando Pacheco, all in the starting lineup for the first time. Pacheco replacing Alvaro, who was on the receiving end of 3 goals against Real Sociedad last time out. Pablo Machin there, the Elche coach, going up against one of his former teams. He was in charge of Espanyol briefly in 2019. Only there for 2.5 months though before he was fired. The team in last place, and they were eventually relegated. An early free kick for Espanyol here, taken short to Darder, and now Brian Olivan gets in a cross that's cleared away. Up by Oscar Gil and Darder, through whom as much as possible will go for Espanyol. Trying to use Darder as much as they can, but they've got some defending to do here after Boyer is able to find Ponce, and he will shoot. It's blocked, comes back to him. Misplaced pass looking for Gumbau. Javi Poirot turning away from trouble and is able to find Brian Olivan. It does look like a back 5. That's the early indication from Espanyol. The same for Elche, who have always played that way since Pablo Machin arrived during the World Cup break. So similar systems. Back 3 for Espanyol is a real makeshift one, with Gragera, who's normally a midfielder, in there. It's just run too long, has it, I think, for Carlos Clerc. Was able to actually keep it in, the wing back for Elche, but to the arms of Fernando Pacheco, who's been given his first start today by Diego Martinez. So that back 3 then. Sergi Gomez is on the right of the 3. He's on the ball now. In the middle is Gragera, who's making his debut and is normally a midfielder. And on the left, it's Brian Olivan, who is normally a left back rather than a central defender. And that means that Oscar Gil, who's normally a right back, is playing as the left wing back. And Ruben Sanchez, who was fouled there, the youngster, is playing as the right wing back. So we've got 3 Espanyol players in the back 5 in unfamiliar positions. Olivan with the pass there, Gragera on the ball here, and then Oscar Gil playing on the opposite side of the field from what he's used to. So it's risky, but not really much choice for Diego Martinez, with Leandro Cabrera, Fernando Calero and Cesar Montes all out. And a debutant keeper as well, just to add to the mix. Fernando Pacheco, signed from Almeria. Hoping to solve what's been a problem position all season for Espanyol. Now Braithwaite with the ball forward, and there's a slip, and Javi Poirot is in. What a chance, and he blazes it wide. Great opportunity after a defensive slip. Braithwaite with the original ball forward, and then it was helped on for Poirot, who should have done better. Should at least have tested Edgar Barria. He was onside, so it would have counted. It was Ruben Sanchez getting forward from right wing back to play the pass on, and Poirot with the big miss. Just early encouragement for Espanyol, getting a sight of goal inside the opening 5 minutes. It's a free kick there. To the challenge by Vinicius Souza, who's been no stranger to the referee's notebook this season. 6 yellow cards already. Very combative player. He did too much wrong there, did he? Just making his first start for Espanyol today. A couple of sub-appearances before now. It's Mascarell who's close to him at the moment, with Palacios back in the defensive line. It's clear that Elche have identified Suarez as a player they do not want to give time on the ball. There's Palacios stepping in to make the interception. Finds Gumbau. Nicely on for Fidel, and now wide for Clerc. He will drive and send a cross that's flicked high by Greguera. Carmona trying to make something of it. Now Gumbau back to Carmona, taking on Oscar Gil. Gumbau has got a good long-range shot in him. He gets the effort away and on target. Gumbau with a very powerful left foot. Hasn't scored yet this season. Trying to open his account from long range there. And Fernando Pacheco will be grateful for that early on in his debut for his new club, having only played once for his previous team, Almeria, this season. Very much out of match practice, so he'll be grateful to get a feel of the ball early on. It has been a bright start, as really we had a right to expect, I think, both teams being positive. The draw is not really any good to anybody today, so we should have two teams going for victory, and it's been that way in the opening stages. Elche are undefeated in their last 2 home games. They had that great victory over Villarreal a couple of weeks ago. Before that, a 1-1 draw with Osasuna, another creditable result. So they have improved in recent weeks. Still a miracle required for them to even think about staying up. If they win this game, they'll still be 9 points adrift of safety. With 16 games to go, it's a mountain they have to climb. But obviously the players can't think that way. They just take it 3 points at a time. If they string together a collection of those, who knows? A miracle might happen. They won't be thinking beyond anything other than today. Sergi Darder with the through ball to Braithwaite. Got support, doesn't use it, deflected shot, well saved by Echevarria. The deflection made it difficult for him because he started out moving to his right, and then when Braithwaite's shot was deflected, he had to change direction, but did so quickly. Elche defence looking too porous again there. It was all rather too easy for Braithwaite to find space to shoot. There's the save. A good one from Badia. Now a foul by Ruben Sanchez. Fidel to Boyer. Nice turn. And the pass worked for Carlos Clerc. Away from the challenge of Sanchez. Keeps it in. Cuts it back nicely for Fidel. And he wins the corner. So positive play again from Elche. It's been an even start, both teams with moments of threat coming forward. This was Braithwaite. Wondered if he could slide it in there to Guado alongside him. It would have been a better chance if he'd done so. if he'd found an accurate pass to Poirot, he would have been in a really good position to shoot. But I suppose you're not going to criticise a centre-forward for trying to score when he's got space to shoot from 20 yards or so, as Brathwaite did there. Now down to the other end with the corner, which is going to be played in by Gumbau towards the far post, and the free header is spooned away by Pacheco. And it was Mascarell coming in, left unmarked by Espanyol. Nicely floated by Gumbau, and he got away from his marker. It was Denis Suarez, I think. Not a player you'd really want to be defending in the box. Here's another good ball in. Oh, what a miss. What an opportunity for Elche to take the lead, and Pablo Marchin must be wondering how Ezequiel Ponce didn't take it. It was a nice cross from, this time, Clerc, and how do you miss that? Inside the 6-yard box, free header. I think he went up too early and was already landing by the time the ball reached him, and you can understand the coach's annoyance. Ponce with a brilliant opportunity. 2 good-headed chances for Elche in succession. No free kick for the challenge by Graguera, who now sees Brathwaite race forward. Martin Brathwaite, can he finish? Trying to go round Badia. Just about keeps it, cuts it back, and it's off the line. Denis Suarez with the shot. Scrambled away by Enzo Rocco. Well, it's all action. Now we've got a head injury that needs urgent treatment. Well, Elche should have scored at one end, and then almost immediately Denis Suarez having a shot cleared off the line. And now Brian Olivan, and I think it's Ponce who's down, needing treatment after a nasty mid-air collision. Let's hope they're okay. Espanyol certainly don't need to lose any more defenders. They've already got 3 out. There's the response from the bench. Another new signing, Ronald Pierre Gabriel, is warming up. He's back today after suspension, sent off on his debut against Osasuna. There's that head-to-head collision, and here's the run of Brathwaite, who was onside. He was able to force his way past Enzo Rocco, who then got back to his feet, sensed the danger, went onto the line and cleared Denis Suarez's shot. Brathwaite persisting, couldn't get a clean shot away. Edgar Badia nearly had it here. Brathwaite kept going, and that's a good cutback. Nothing wrong with the shot either by Denis Suarez, but Rocco covering to keep it goalless, and this time it's Diego Martinez who's wondering how his team isn't in front. Let's hope the nature of the game continues as it has been so far, with clear chances at both ends. Denis Suarez there, so close to a goal on his first start for Espanyol. Not looking good though for Olivan, is it? Getting bandaged up here. We saw Diego Martinez in discussion on the sidelines. He had a decision to make whether to bring on Pierre Gabriel. And here's the first headed chance for Mascarell. It was palmed away by Pacheco. Not sure if we'll see it now, but that was followed by an even better chance. Glorious chance, in fact, for Ezequiel Ponce. Who somehow sent his header wide from inside the 6-yard box. So now Pierre Gabriel might have to come into the action. A right back normally, but if Brian Olivan can't continue, might have to change yet again. As I've already explained, Espanyol have 3 players in the back 5 out of position today. Olivan is one of them. And he will try to continue after this collision with Ponce. No blame attached to either player. Both challenging honestly for the ball. Olivan looks okay now, his head cleared, hopefully. That will be checked by the referee. Del Cerro Grande won't just wave back either player. He'll wait till the next stoppage, and he should do anyway. Wait till the next stoppage and then go and personally check on them before allowing them to return. Put down the line by Fidel to Claire. Vinicius comes away with it, and Baguera now find Darder. The fans are whistling because they want the referee to allow the injured players back on, but he's seen holding out his hand there, telling him to wait, because with head injuries you can't just bring players back on. He's doing the right thing here, the referee. Checking on Olivan. I'm sure he'll do the same with Ponce. Both teams back up to full strength now. Olivan on the ball. Offers it down the line, and that's going to be Edgar Badia. Badia, the ever-present goalkeeper. He's played every minute so far this season. He was tested early on by the deflected shot from Martin Brathwaite to start moving in one direction, then go back to the other. Down to make a very good stop. There's Brathwaite again, turning and running, winning the throw-in to the challenge of Carmona. Been a tough run of form for Espanyol, who at various stages of the season have picked up a good result, and you think, well, they're turning the corner now. I think that was the case around a month ago when they beat Real Betis at home. Good performance. They just about deserved to win that game, but it hasn't led to anything. Since then, just 1 point from 3 games, and they're back close to the relegation zone. Season of full starts for Espanyol. Scrappy passage of play here, and ends with Boyer going down and the free kick. Colliding with Vinicius Souza, very much the midfield enforcer for Espanyol today, with Denis Suarez and Sergi Darder ahead of him. Third manager of the season for Elche is Pablo Machin, looking to rebuild his career, really. He had a very good spell with Girona, where he took them to promotion and a mid-table finish, playing excellent football. That earned him the job at Sevilla. He didn't last long, and he's been a bit of a nomad since then. Hasn't established himself anywhere. And here's Lucas Boyer, sends in the cross. Ponce touches it on, and there's a chance for Gumbau, but it's well tracked by Darder, who just, I think, got a touch on it, which meant that Gumbau couldn't get a clean shot away. See Darder sensing the danger here. sure whether he actually did get a touch, but his presence was enough to stop Gumbau from shooting as he would have wanted to with his left foot. There, of course, so important on the ball for Espanyol, but he does work hard off it as well. Clerc with the throw, Ponce making the run, sends it inside nicely. Fidel back to Ponce, looking for a curler, and it deflects awkwardly off Gragera, who didn't have any control over that, could have gone anywhere. Fortunate for Espanyol that it went behind for a corner. Gragera, a recent signing from Sporting Gijón, 22 years of age, generally a defensive midfielder. Today in the back three, didn't look very comfortable there. And it's another corner. Time for Mascarell to take. The referee trying to minimize the pushing and pulling. Mascarell sends it too long. Retrieved by Clerc, who has no support. Holds it up and waits for Gumbau, who crosses too long. Mascarell can pick it up and try again. They've still got 5 in the box to Elche. Now they might have to retreat as eventually Palacios sends it forward, and the offside has gone up against Carmona. So midway through the opening period, it's been a bright start. Both teams have had chances. Both teams really should have scored. Javi Puaro had a glorious opportunity for Espanyol, who have been backed by around 500 travelling fans today, enjoying their time in the sunshine. Maybe staying in nearby Alicante, although Elche itself is a remarkable city. There are more palm trees than people. Here's a flick on for Oscar Gil to chase, and he's nearly able to make something of it in the end. Cleared by Carmona, who's fouled. Free kick to the home team. There's Gumbau to Clerc. Lovely control by Boyer. The pass isn't bad either. Ponce getting behind Gragera. Could he finish this time? No! Another really good opportunity squandered by Ezequiel Ponce. First he had the header inside the 6-yard box that he sent wide, and now this one. Another that he should have taken. He did well initially. Good strength and balance, having made the run to get in behind the defence. Gragera not looking like a centre-back there, was he? Betraying that that's not his usual position. Being pushed off the ball very easily by Ponce, who then really should have finished it. But he just slipped, didn't he, as he was shooting, lost his balance. Elche continuing to build most of their attacks down the left side. We've seen Clerc prominent in all of their progressive play so far. Here he is on the ball again. Sends the pass behind Palacios, who retrieves to find Carmona. He was caught. He was clipped there by Gil. Perhaps unintentionally, but even so, still a foul. Now Fidel with a good turn. Cuts it back to the left for Clerc again. Oh, the pass, not a bad idea that, almost finding Fidel. Comes through to Pacheco, 30 years of age, had a quiet first half of the season, unable to get a game with Almeria, having spent the previous 7 seasons with Alaves, where he played more than 250 games, so he's used to being a regular starter. Would have been very frustrating for him first half of this campaign when he was unused by Almeria, which is why he left. But he was left untested there by Ponce's shot. Magalan. On Ponce this time as Pacheco retrieves. Darder smoothly working away from trouble before being fouled by Gumbau, who probably won't get away with another challenge like that without a yellow card. No bookings yet in this game. Gumbau casually beaten almost there by the elegance of Darder. Not an easy job for that man at the moment. His team have struggled for consistency all season. Diego Martinez, Espanyol. Every time I think they're making progress, they take another couple of steps back. Certainly at the moment, his cause not helped by having more than half a team out. And key players as well. Cesar Montes, the Mexican defender, looked like a really solid signing in his first few games for the club before getting injured. Leandro Cabrera as well, key presence at the back, and of course Joselu, no one more important than him, 11-goal striker. This throw-in from Palacios travels a long way before being cleared. Gumbau picks it up, and Magalan with the pass for Boyer, who turns well, wants to shoot, instead works it wide. Fidel's got Palacios outside him, deflected cross, and Pacheco falls on him. Right play though again by Elche, who are certainly looking a lot better than they were a couple of months ago. I think the balance on the work done by Pablo Machin so far has to be positive. They've on the whole been the better team so far today. Have conceded a couple of chances, but played some nice fluid attacking football as well. There's Gumbau whacking it forward this time, and Ponce gives chase. Braguera does well this time. More applause though from Machin, who's been doing quite a lot of that in this game, which shows how Elche have competed well so far. Pacheco goes long, Brathwaite nods it back for Suarez. So good to see him playing again. Denis Suarez frozen out at Celta in the first half of the season after a disagreement with the club president. Now he's back on the field, and here's Ruben Sanchez for Espanyol, squeezing it back. Magalan wasn't sure that it would reach Edgar Badia, so prods it away, and Clerc with the clearance, only as far as Poirot. Souza for Dennis. Looking for a passing option. Goes back in the end to Sergi Gomez. Darder. Poirot. Able to drive towards the penalty area. Now it's back inside for Darder. Run being made by Oscar Hill. He doesn't try to play the pass, Darder, who usually doesn't hesitate for the final ball into the box. Maybe just didn't think he had the angle to release Oscar Hill. This was the run by Ruben Sanchez that helped start that phase of attacking pressure from Espanyol that they'll try to continue now with Darder. Vinicius tugged back By Boyer, clear free kick. There for Poirot, who seems to have a bit of a free role today. Brathwaite is very much leading the line as the focal point of the attack. Poirot moving around. There's Ruben Sanchez pulling back Carlos Clerc. Free kick for Elche. Good leap by Ponce, and Boyer now with an excellent turn. Fidel, shadowed by Sousa, who does enough to block the cross behind for a corner. More smooth play though by Lucas Boyer, who's such a talented player, but he's had a really disappointing season. Not that long ago he was being linked with potential move to Atletico Madrid and other clubs of that calibre. I seem to remember Sevilla were linked as well, but only scored once this season. If he can get back to his best though, he's certainly a top flight player. As the header comes in here from, I think, Rocco attacking it. But rather timidly in the end. Maybe saying that Boyer put him off. His leap for the ball. Espanyol haven't looked at all secure defensively from set pieces. Another free header there for Rocco. Mascarell and Ponce have all had good headed chances as well already. There's a push on Palacios. Sends it long, and that's too long. Palacios does well to hold up Denis Suarez. Fidel's layoff though picked off by Darder, and he continues his run as Poirot makes his way towards the right wing. Outnumbered in the end, Carlos Clerc doing well to win it cleanly, but it's lost by Fidel, and Poirot now into Brathwaite, who tries to turn. Darder goes down, Poirot finishes, surely offside. It's not going to count, but the chance was for Darder originally. Diego Martinez asking for a VAR review for a possible penalty. Not sure he'll get that, but it was rather flimsy defending again from Elche. As Brathwaite turned, Darder might have been offside there anyway. Yeah, he was by the time the final touch came. Even if there was a foul, as he hopes, I think a review would show that there was an offside in any case against Darder. Carlos del Cerro Grande just taking a few seconds to converse with Hernandez in the VAR booth, and quick decision made, no penalty. Boyer controls well, battling for it. In the end loses out, and Sousa finds Denis Suarez. Oscar Hill making the run, surging forward, great ball from Denis Suarez. Oh, now penalty appeal again from Espanyol, and then the referee goes down. The fans love that. He's lost his technology pack, but play will continue. They'll have to stop it at the next break to go and retrieve it. It's Carlos Clerc. He can turn out to find Fidel. Looking for Boyer. He just can't get it goalwards, as Vinicius Sousa does well. Play continuing with Rocco striding forward to win it, and Fidel easily past Ruben Sanchez. Crosses poor though, and behind, no, out for the throw-in, I think. But the referee can finally get his battery pack back. Here we go. Oscar Gil going down looking for a penalty and then coming into a shot. Oh, we could have let the referee fall there. Just needed that replay to continue for a split second longer. Bit mean of me maybe to want to laugh at the referee, but it was pretty funny. I'm sure he'll see the funny side as well. Espanyol do not see the funny side that that possible push on Oscar Gil was not punished with a penalty. The referee is okay to continue. 100% what he dropped. Maybe it was his foam spray that marks the spot for free kicks and walls. Anyway, he's fine. And Elche continue to push forward. Boyer challenged by Gragera. With the throw to Boyer, who turns inside for Mascarell. Carmona was making a run, but was going to go offside, which is why Mascarell didn't make the pass. It comes now to Carmona. Drives. Darder got his foot on it, but it comes to Palacios, who gets a shot away straight at Fernando Pacheco, who just falls slightly to his right to gather. Just really opened up there for Palacios after the inadvertent pass into his stride by Darder. He wanted to work it onto his right foot to shoot, but saw there was no space to do so. So took a swing with his left. And it wasn't the most convincing of finishes, but another effort on target. And plenty of those. Plenty of chances at both ends in this first half. Confirmation of Darder being offside a couple of minutes ago when Brathwaite prodded it through to him. There's Darder on the ball. Oh, brilliantly done. And now back on to his right foot, and the flick attempted by Brathwaite was blocked, I think, by Rocco. Fabulous play though by Sergi Darder again. Now Padilla will come and has time to gather. This turn, one there and then another, beating the defence twice. Cross played in that Brathwaite couldn't convert. Ryan Olivan can get it back to Pacheco. 6 minutes to play in the opening period at the Estadio Manuel Martínez Valero. There's Poirot again using that free role he has today to drop into midfield and join in the build-up. Denis Suarez. They're calling for it. Goes long in the end, and Brathwaite will chase. Should be Edgar Barrias. It is. He'll always be a willing runner, though, Brathwaite, for that kind of delivery into the channels. And Fidel combining as Elche build with patience now with the back three. Enzo Rocco receiving from Palacios. Boyer to Claire. Forced back well by Ruben Sanchez. Magaran. Give it to Echevarria.
pressure applied by Espanyol there, not allowing the home team to build easily, and they get the reward of winning the ball on the halfway line. Darder. It's a clever pass that Ruben Sanchez just wasn't ready for. Didn't anticipate that Darder would be able to squeeze it to him. Palacios to Fidel, who turns well, looking for the run of Carmona. A little bit of hesitation between defence and goalkeeper. Gragera, in the end, deciding he wouldn't wait any longer and making the clearance. Palacios has got a good long throw on him. You look for the head of Boyer here. Bounces down, and it's a chance. Blocked by Souza, and then on the follow-up, it was Mascarell flaying at it, sending it a long way off target. I think it was Fidel who had the first chance, was it? It was, and then shot well over the top by Mascarell. See though just how much Elche favoured that left-hand side. 9 attacks down Carlos Clerc's flank, just 3 on the other. Palacios skips away from Oscar Gil, who tries to foul him twice. He keeps going. Initially, the referee wanting to allow an advantage. Saw there was none, and I don't think there can really be any complaints from Oscar Gil to receive the first yellow card of the game. He knew exactly what he was doing there. To stop the run of Palacios. Fouled him once, and then when that didn't suffice, had another grab. Palacios having to play a more withdrawn role today. In the 3-man central defence rather than his usual full-back position, which allows him to get forward more. But he's won this free kick, which Gumbau will play in. And there's another yellow card, and is that for Brian Olivan for pulling down Carlos Clerc as they look to move into position on the edge of the area for the free kick. Or has he given a yellow card to Clerc? Or both? I think he wants the free kick to be taken again. Yeah, so Carlos del Cerro Grande there, the referee, deciding that the contact from Olivan was before the free kick was taken, so stopped play. Now Elche another chance to play it in. Olivan quickly joins Gil in the notebook. Will it be Gumbau again? It will. Oh, 2 Espanyol players rising together there. Neither of them get it far away. Rocco slides the cross in, which is cleared back to him. Now Mascarell. Back to Rocco. Too heavy for Gumbau, who can't get around Sergi Gomez. We're at the 45-minute mark. We're going to have at least 2 added on, maybe 3 minutes, mainly for the head injury that Brian Olivan and Ezequiel Ponce required treatment for. This was the chance for Denis Suarez, following up the run of Martin Brathwaite, who cut it back for Denis. Thought he'd scored his first goal for Espanyol, but then Enzo Rocco was on the line. One of many chances we've had in this first half. Neither team have been able to take as yet. 4 minutes of added time. Mascarell for Fidel. Sweeps it over looking for Clerc. Taken in his stride, but well defended by Ruben Sanchez. That's good play. Standing his ground and winning it back, allowing Espanyol to break. Denis Suarez. Challenged by Mascarell. Seeing the split screen, that challenge by Sanchez. The attack couldn't be sustained by Espanyol, and here's Fidel sending the ball into the run at Ponce. Too heavy. Well anticipated by Pacheco. But a decent enough first half from Elche. We saw that they very nearly conceded with that shot from Denis Suarez. Cleared off the line by Enzo Rocco, but they've had more chances at the other end, Elche, especially those two opportunities for Ezequiel Ponce that couldn't take. Both wide. Now it's Darder. Sanchez into the area, driving at Clerc, who persists, and in the end that's going to be a goal kick. Thumbs up from Clerc as he was able to deflect the ball back off Ruben Sanchez. Last touch coming off the Espanyol player, coming off his hand in fact. Sergio Gomez lofts it forward. Brathwaite can't get there as Palacios sends it back. And Ponce lets it run to Boyer now. Back to Ponce. Can he get a shot away? Oh, he can. He's asking for a corner. He's not going to get one. Another off-target effort, and maybe would have been better off just holding it up and looking for a layoff, because by the time he shot there were a lot of pink shirts in front of him. Play again by Boyego, who's had an eye-catching first half, which is nearly over now, last 30 seconds. Ball out for the throw-in, so this will be the last chance for Espanyol to try and force their way in front before the break. And they might not even do that. No hurry with the throw-in. And it's held long, and Palacios with a skyer. That would have been a corner, but there's no time for it because the 4 minutes of added time are up, and so we reach the interval at the Estadio Manuel.
Microsoft helps bring new metrics to La Liga. Go deeper into the action to analyze and enjoy more of the game you love with Beyond Stats. It's your game.
Win game for both teams. At half-time, it is Elche 0, Espanyol 0. Warm and sunny day on the east coast of Spain is the setting for the first game in La Liga Santander today. It's goalless at the break, but certainly hasn't been chanceless. The fans tucking into their half-time snacks after watching an opening 45 minutes with plenty of chances at both ends. So we'll see if the second half will deliver us goals. There have been plenty of those in La Liga so far this weekend. All 5 games have contained at least 2. And a couple of them have been real goal feasts. Girona starting things off, of course, on Friday night with a 6-2 win over Almeria. And Mallorca putting 4 past Villarreal, a 4-2 win yesterday. Also victories for Real Madrid and Real Betis yesterday. And a draw between Real Sociedad and Celta Vigo. We've got 3 more games coming up today. Almost immediately after this one finishes, it's Rayo Vallecano against Sevilla. Sevilla looking to maintain their much improved form, and who knows, if they keep on winning, they've won 3 of their last 4. If they keep that going, maybe they can.
The little things make all the difference. The smallest details can change everything. But if you put your heart and soul into it, glory will be yours. Founders, beer and heart in the same bottle.
Atletico just 1 point clear of Betis now in 4th place. Whereas Athletic Club looking to make it 3 wins in a row after a good turn of form. And then the late game is one with implications at both ends of the table. Barcelona, the leaders, looking to restore their 8-point advantage over Real Madrid. Whereas Cadiz, visiting Camp Nou, will look to make further distance between themselves and the drop zone. And on that subject, a huge game tomorrow night will close this round of fixtures. Next to bottom against 3rd from bottom, Getafe against Valencia. That will be a full-blooded encounter for sure at the Coliseum. So essential Monday night viewing for you. A classic relegation 6-pointer. As is this one, in a way. Elche rock bottom, a long way to go for them to start thinking of climbing to safety, but 3 points here today would at least take them into double figures for the season. Espanyol, if they win, will know that they cannot finish this weekend in the relegation places. They would move 4 points clear of that bottom 3 with victory here over the next 45 minutes or so. We're going to see a change at the break, and it's going to be for the home team, with Pedro Bigas coming into the defence in place of Lisandro Magalan. That shouldn't change the formation. One central defender for another. Bigas returning to action after about 3 weeks out through injury. Has been a regular starter this season. This is his 18th appearance now, off the bench at the start of the second half. And as expected, he just slots into that back 3. There's a nice touch by Brathwaite, finding Denis Suarez. Going diagonally towards Javi Puado. Cut out, but a slightly heavy touch by Bigas, his first of the game. And Sergi Darder can find Ruben Sanchez. The cross cleared away. Vinicius Souza has space to gather. Sends a pass to Dennis. Now Oscar Gil with the cross. Not a bad idea, that. If he could have just got a flick from Brathwaite, it would have been dangerous for Edgar Badia, but just too much height on the delivery for the Danish striker. Good touch by Boyer, helped on by Fidel, and now Clerc coming forward for the first time in the second half. Seen a lot of him getting forward today, and that cross is awkwardly dealt with by Vinicius Souza. Sliced behind for a corner. Once again, Carlos Clerc leading the attack down the left-hand side for the hosts. Espanyol have not defended set pieces very well so far today. Gumbau to deliver the latest corner. Batch of players at the far post, and it's worked short, then dummied. Something clever off the training ground that nearly led to a chance for Fidel. It was, I think, Carmona, yeah, who stepped over it at the near post. They'll try again, maybe a more conventional delivery this time. It's too deep, headed away by Gragera as far as Clerc. Now Palacios advancing and finding Fidel. Cross away by Gragera, and now Poirot dispossessed. Well won back, and Clerc slides a pass in. Boyer can't get the shot away as he's just challenged by, I think, Olivan. The flag going up as well. Clerc doing well to win the ball back, and then it was slid through by Gumbau for Boyer. Well, he wasn't offside, but I think following in behind him, Ponce was. Now Boyer will chase this one. Gragera gets his head on it, hooked on by Darder. Attendance just short of 19,000, decent crowd, especially considering the season that Elche are having. Good to see the fans sticking with their team despite just one win all season. They'll be back here next weekend as well. Actually, the Friday night game to kick off the next round of fixtures will be here. It's Elche hosting Real Betis. Oscar Gil getting a rough landing here as he leapt with Carmona. Elche with the better start to the second half then. There's limited options for Diego Martinez, the Espanyol coach. We saw Alex Vidal there, one of the very few senior players he has available, the visiting coach. Edu Exposito and Nico Melamed also available, but it is a short bench with some youngsters on there too. See Josan warming up for Elche. As Fidel turns, asks for a corner, and he gets it. Gragera can't believe it. He thinks the last touch came off the home team player. I didn't see a touch back off Fidel, but Gragera looked convinced. However, it is a corner, another one. I think it's the 7th of the game for Elche. It'll be Gumbau again. Away at the near post by Vinicius Souza. Bit of a battle for it before Vinicius works it away well. Poirot onto Denis Suarez, who gives Poirot something to chase, but Palacios is fast and can get it back to Edgar Badilla. Darder closed down by Gumbau. But possession is maintained by Espanyol. Darder looking for the through ball. That's going to be too heavy for Poirot. Not really been able to find rhythm yet in this second half. Diego Martinez perhaps looking at possible changes. Has 7 players out at the moment. Leandro Cabrera suspended. Fernando Calera and Cesar Montes, other centre-backs, missing through injury. Joselu, of course, another forward, Dani Gomez, not called up today, although we're not sure that's for injury. He just wasn't named in the squad with no further explanation. And then Kairi Barre and Adri Pedrosa also out. Brathwaite trying to chase, but Rocco clears. And in fact, the flag for offside goes up against Martin Brathwaite. There he was, still goal side when the ball was played forward. Gumbau finds Carmona, who will twist and turn inside, but Darder getting back to make the clearance. Actually stayed in, and Brathwaite chases it down. It's got Oscar Gil in the middle and Poirot at the far post. That's a good delivery. Poirot bringing it down. Denis Suarez waiting for a cutback. Instead he goes for the shot, and it's on target, forcing Badilla into the save. Nearly out of really nothing, Espanyol fashioning a chance. It was just a clearance that Elche assumed was going out for a throw-in. Brathwaite didn't assume that. His cross finding Poirot, whose shot was heading to the bottom corner. It's a good effort from Javi Poirot. But it's a good save as well by Edgar Badilla. Corner taken short. Work now for Brian Olivan. Cross to the far post, headed back in. Cleared not very far. Vinicius Souza can find Denis Suarez. Still 6 Espanyol players in the middle, and it's headed high over the top by Brathwaite at the end. He attacked it with some power there, Martin Brathwaite, but couldn't keep it on target. Was the better chance. Poirot bringing it down. Just see on the edge of the box, Denis Suarez was in space. He wanted it cut back, but can't really criticise Poirot. It was a good attempt from him. Now Gumbau for Clerc. Crosses gathered by Ponce. He's got Carmona here, driven across goal. Pacheco punches away as far as Clerc. Back in. Vinicius Souza with a good header. Very much needed as well, but one back by Carmona. Sustained pressure from Elche now. Mascarell finding Gumbau, who looks for Clerc. It's a good ball. Cross away by Sergi Gomez, but again falls to Elche to get it back. Bigas throws it into Fidel, and again Clerc will send in a cross. It's a good one, but just too close to the keeper, with Ponce in the vicinity, interested by the cross, but Pacheco was there. So 10 minutes into the second half, it's still goalless, but still two teams trying to get forward. There's no sense, there hasn't really been at any stage of the game of either team being passive and just looking to sit in the game. They're both trying to be proactive. Here come Elche again. Fidel looking for Ponce. It was the pass was on, just a little overhit. Rocco having to be careful as he gets it back to Badia. Two Espanyol players jumping into each other. It's Vinicius Souza who can nod it forward. Palacios brought down by Denis Suarez. Palacios into a bit of space for Fidel. Clerc once more. Fidel didn't continue the run in the way that Clerc thought he would, but he was still able to get there. Poirot trying to shepherd it out for a goal kick. Didn't have enough on it for that, and it needed the boot of Pacheco to intervene. Elche get it back. Ball fizzed in to Ponce, who takes it well. Again, they'll look to the left so often. They've attacked down this flank, and Clerc again. Fidel. Cross for Ponce, who's surely offside. The flag does go up. It was a good save by Pacheco. It wasn't a needed save in the end, but again, Pablo Machin clapping. We've seen a lot of that today, and reflecting that Elche have spent most of the game on the front foot. And those left-sided attacks in particular have been such a prominent feature of the game. Now look at this surging run. In the end, Mascarell just got the ball caught under his feet and couldn't release it cleanly. But other than that brief flurry of pressure a couple of minutes ago that really came from Elche just switching off at the back for a second or two. That allowed Espanyol to get forward. And that's the only time really they have come forward with any threat in the second half. The home team getting stronger and stronger as the game goes on. It just feels that something needs to change for Espanyol here. They don't have a lot of experienced personnel on the bench. But Diego Martinez has got to be thinking of something, because at the moment, other than a breakaway, doesn't look like his side are going to go on and win this game as they need to. Oh, lovely ball from Fidel, and it's taken on. The shot is just pushed wide by Pacheco. Gumbau this time unleashing it with that strong left foot. The pressure grows, and you can sense it. They can sense it. The Elche fans well into this game. Another save required by Pacheco. That was heading in from Gumbau. And it'll be Gumbau to take the corner now that he forced. Deep delivery, attacked by Rocco. Another corner. Well, an hour in, and Espanyol are just holding on here. They're unable to sustain any kind of possession. They're just having to stand with their backs against the wall, and no surprise that Diego Martinez is going to make a change with Alex Vidal coming on. After the corner, though, there's a tap by Gumbau. Is it going to fall? Ponce, it's blocked. Boyer has it blocked as well. Well, how have they not broken through yet? They won't there as Palacios sends it too long. And that will be the opportunity for Espanyol to make the change. First, it was attacked by Carlos Clerc.
And all came after this first shot by Gumbau. And then both Ponce and Boyer had shots that were blocked. And now more fitness problems for Espanyol. Pacheco has hurt himself, seems to be top of the thigh or the groin. And so there's a risk that his debut will be cut short. And Diego Martinez must be thinking, what next? Who else is going to be out? Alex Vidal waiting to come on. We'll see if that leads to a change in shape as well. Alvaro Fernandez is having to quickly tie his boots and get ready. The now backup goalkeeper, who until today was first choice. And they're just waiting for the treatment to Pacheco to see if they need to make two changes at the same time, because obviously Diego Martinez doesn't want to use two separate windows by rushing Vidal on and then a minute later having to change his goalkeeper as well. So that gets strapped up. It is his kicking leg, Pacheco. So a risk attached to keeping him out there. But the fact that he is being bandaged up rather than just heading to the sidelines for that treatment suggests that he will try to stay out there. But Oscar Gil is waiting by the sidelines to come off. He's been playing as the left wing back. Wouldn't imagine Alex Vidal will be in that position, although it was an unaccustomed role for Vidal as well, or for Gil as well. No, they're not going to make the change yet, so maybe it won't be even Gil who comes off. We'll see. Again, perhaps they're just waiting to check that Pacheco's going to be okay, rather than using or risk having to use two of the three substitution windows. In fact, there's going to be another change in defence. Ronald Pierre Gabriel will come on. That ball went out for a throw-in before Olivan's cross. So two changes then upcoming, at least from Espanyol, and maybe three if Pacheco can't continue. The first is Ruben Sanchez, who's been playing right wing back, and Pierre Gabriel will take his place, and Javi Puado makes way, which suggests that Vidal will play further forward there. This was the chance that Puado had earlier in the half, the only chance of the half really for Espanyol. Brathwaite did really well down the left, picked out Puado, who took it down, then found space for the shot. It was pushed away well by Edgar Padilla. So it's a pair of changes on the right flank for Espanyol, with Pierre Gabriel as the wing back now and Vidal helping support the forward line. The two of them combine with Pierre Gabriel's throw to Vidal, who loses it. And now Boyer turns back to find Mascarell. Minutes into the second half. It's been all Elche for most of the period. See if those substitutions can change anything for Espanyol. It's the same shape, nothing new in the formation. Pierre Gabriel, who's just come on, will be hoping for a better time of it than his debut. He was sent off at the end of the first half against Osasuna, a silly clash with Abde.
got both of them sent off. He was then suspended, so now makes his second appearance. It's Pacheco. Finds Olivan, and it deflects onto Hill, who was just being held there. Foul, giving Espanyol a chance to play the game in the Elche half, something they haven't done much this half, and possession as well, something they've been starved of. Here's Olivan. Looking down the left, but Carmona is there to find Badia. Neatly done between Denis Suarez and Sergi Darder. Pierre Gabriel was making a run, the substitute down the right, but it's kept in midfield with Darder onto Olivan, and now Gil. Control from Boyer as the ball dropped out of the sky, and Elche will try to build in midfield now. Mascarell nodding it on to Boyer. No foul as he's challenged from behind by Gregera. A little scrappy at the moment, last couple of minutes since the changes by Espanyol. Neither team's been able to keep the ball or build any pressure. Here's Vidal. Back for Gregera. Denis Suarez evades a couple of challenges. And at least Espanyol have been able to stop that growing pressure that Elche had been exerting. Not really looking like doing anything themselves with the ball, but they're keeping it away from their own goal at the moment, at least. Vinicius Souza tried to play it to the feet of Alex Vidal, who had started to make a run in behind, so Elche get it back. Here's Claire. Vidal back for Claire to the byline, cut back, and it's another chance squandered by Ponce. 4 of them now for him. That one not easy at all, as it was delivered a little bit behind him, but he'll be disappointed not to have got it on target. Elche fans rueing more than ever perhaps the absence of their leading scorer, Peramia, who scored a hat-trick last time out at home in the win against Villarreal. And maybe if a player with that kind of confidence in front of goal had one of the many chances that Ezequiel Ponce has had today, Elche could well be on the scoreboard by now. Fidel turning away and threading it through. It's just too far for the run of Ponce. It's just not his day in front of goal, is it? And Espanyol again being harried here, being knocked out of any rhythm they were trying to build. Elche taking the game to them again. Fidel with the turn. Mascarell. Palacios calling for it, receives it. He can give it out to Carmona on the flank. Back to Palacios, or towards him, just beyond him. There's heavy control. Oh, and he's got lucky there. As Oscar Gil, because he miscontrolled. And had Carmona not fouled him, I think Elche would have won the ball cleanly in the final third. But Carmona was too heavy with the challenge. Now Carmona again fouling Gil, this time in the air, and it's a yellow card for the Elche right back. His first of the first for Elche of the game. 21-year-old on loan from Sevilla for the rest of the season. Just led with his arm there on the back of Oscar Gil. Sergi Darder looking less than impressed with the way this game is going. He's not been able to be much of a factor in the second half. Olivan sends in the cross that's headed away. Comes to Darder now. Vidal back to Darder. Bit of space for him to look up and send it into the box. It's Vinicius Souza bringing it down. His cross is blocked. Keeps possession to find Olivan, who slides it into the run of Oscar Gil. Well defended in the end by Mascarell. It's been a picture of positivity throughout the game. Pablo Machin will stop clapping. It's been all round a decent performance from Elche, except in front of goal. And Olivan with a long throw. It's going to bounce awkwardly. Palacios having to be careful with Braithwaite behind him. And Braithwaite able to force the corner. Can Espanyol use that to force themselves into the lead? I think it's their first corner of the game, which tells you something about how the game has gone. Darder and Denis Suarez over the ball. 5 in the middle. Play towards the far post. There'll be another corner now. Braithwaite and Vinicius Souza rising for it, forcing the defensive touch. Change inside means change in take-up. Brian Olivan going over with his left foot to the in-swing. You see Randy and Teka getting ready to come on there for Elche. Ponce, I would imagine, up front. It's the corner of Olivan. Pumped away by Boyer, but only as far as here Gabriel. Olivan sending it inside, but it's short. Pounced upon by Fidel. He can't keep it, and Darder with the thigh control. And in the turn, brilliant by Darder. And the cross is a good one as well, just beyond the run of Denis Suarez in the middle, who's not known for his thunderous headers. Now, clear down the line. Flag is up for offside, so that could be the signal for the first Elche change. Randy Ndeka going through his warm-ups. Stoppage to bring him on. Mascarell. Boyer back to Mascarell. Gumbau now under pressure. With a warning from the fans. He evades Vidal. And it's helped on by Clet now to Fidel. The cross to the far post. Oh, just beyond Ponce, who couldn't quite get there to turn it back towards goal, and that was his last action of the game. He is the one replaced. And a few whistles from Elche fans. That's unfortunate. He did have chances. He should have scored today, especially the first chance he had in the early stages. A free header inside the 6-yard box that he sent wide, but he kept working right until his last contribution. He was a threat, even if he didn't score. And it's Randy Ndeka who comes on. Meanwhile, who's that down? Brian Olivan. can have a break now after his hard running. And Teka coming on, a recent arrival on loan from Rayo Vallecano. Plays an attacking midfielder, so more often he's a centre forward. Yeah, what happened with Olivan, just going down after seemingly innocuously just chasing this one out. Seeming in picture there, like anything happened. Maybe just overextended a muscle. Looks like he's going off, and I wonder if it's a recurrence of the head injury he had in the first half. Remember, he had to be treated and wore a headband for the rest of the first half. Maybe there's some dizziness, but whatever way, he's off now, as is Denis Suarez. And the two introductions are Simo and Eduard Exposito. There is Exposito, who will play Suarez in midfield. Into the back line. He is on the ball for the first time. A straight swap for Olivan in the back three. Just 18 years old. His fifth appearance of the season, as we see Olivan getting checked out on the bench now. Brathwaite for Espanyol, who will be disappointed with this second half performance. They do have the excuse, maybe that's not the right word, the reason, explanation would be the best word, the explanation of 7 players missing. It doesn't help when a lot of them will be starters as well. Ends the team bottom in the table. Expect more from Espanyol than this. Ice pack right to the back of the head and just looks unwell rather than injured for Olivan. Let's hope this isn't a delayed reaction to the head injury that he had in the first half. Well, the heel can't control. Elche get it clear. Teka giving chase. In fact, he fouled Reguera, ran into him. Jacob. Approaching the final 10 minutes now, and how are these two teams going to face the climax of this game? Are one of them going to say, okay, we'll take that point, better than nothing? I imagine Elche will do so. Victories, and they know that. And they've been pushing forward well throughout this second half. They do it now with Teka, substitute. Last touch off him. Defended by Reguera, behind for the goal kick, but Espanyol maybe now with the changes they've made as well, perhaps will say, okay, we'll have a point. It takes us a point further away from the relegation zone. Be a disappointing mindset from Espanyol. It does seem to be where they've played the second half, though. They're able to tidy up, and it's back to Pacheco. Brathwaite. Carmona catching Vidal, and oh, he's going to be off. He's been booked already, and that's his second. Making the foul on Alex Vidal. Pablo Machin clearly less than impressed with the decision of the referee. Carlos del Cerro Grande deciding to produce a second yellow card for that challenge by Carmona. And that certainly could change the way this game is played in the final 10 minutes. Carmona, that replay doesn't show it very clearly because Gumbau was in the way. This would be a better look. Yeah, he was late. Should have pulled out really, but he knew he wasn't going to get there. Easy to say from afar, obviously. Quite so straightforward to make that kind of decision when you're in the thick of the action, but that kind of challenge, if you don't get the ball, you lead with your studs, more often than not you're going to be hooked. And as that's his second, he's off. So now will Espanyol use that as a spur to push on a bit more? Man, superiority in numbers. See who's going to go back to right back for Elche. There's Simo put under pressure by Anteka. And the ball in field is risky. Actually, it's scrambled up to Brathwaite. Continue with Pierre Gabriel to Vidal. Pierre Gabriel, can he cut it back? Well, he tries to cross and it's Vidal. It's Hill in the end, excuse me, had the volleyed attempt in the end that was deflected over the top. Vidal and Hill both staying down. Actually felt it was a foul in the build-up. Tired legs out there now. Was Pierre Gabriel looking for the cross. I thought that took the deflection off Palacios on the way over. This is where Gregera slid in and caught Vidal, which he wanted to foul for. The corner's played in and lofted over ahead of Exposito. Melamed is going to come on, which is a positive change from Espanyol. Nice corner there, delivered in by Darder. Final touch for Sergio Gomez, and a really glancing touch initially off Exposito and then Gomez. I think Elche are just going with the back four now since having Carmona sent off. Seems that Palacios has just gone to right back. They have only made 2 changes, so there are more available. And here's Gumbau. No foul as he's challenged by Vinicius Sousa. Here comes Gabriel. Foul that was, which the ball cannoned into his face. Simo. An easier possession now for Espanyol with the extra man, but can they make it count? Vinicius Sousa tries a challenge of Boyer and works it for Pierre Gabriel. 3 in the middle, cross high into the air, but he's met by Bigas. On back by Salzer, and they'll try again. Pierre Gabriel blocked this time by Claire. Handball, Elche felt. Claire certainly signalling that. Is this a handball by Vinicius Salzer? No, it's off the chest. So the final change to be made now, instead of attacking one with Oscar Hill, the wing back, going
to the bench as Nico Melamed comes on, an attacking midfielder, so he plays in the same position. Get him into a more central role, which is where he prefer to be. He's in the moment in the middle as the long throw comes in, belted away by Claire. 4 minutes of normal time to play. Well, we have a late winner. Here's Nico's first touch. Finds Vidal. Side for Darder. Dispossessed. Teka. Invited to run down the right, and he does. Away from Simo. Keeps going. Challenges fly in, but play allowed to continue as Edu Exposito finds Brathwaite. Flicked on to Nico. Strong by Palacios, but it drops to Vidal. Vidal turning away to find Edu Exposito into the area, wants to shoot. And he does have an eye for goal, does Edu Exposito. As soon as he worked it onto that right foot on the edge of the area, it was coming, but he couldn't keep it down. It's the run of Andy and Teka that on the halfway line, and the shot from Exposito. Does have a couple of goals to his name this season. José is going to enter for Elche to replace Fidel, and I imagine that's to give the back five back in place. José will probably go to the right wing back position and allow Palacios to drop into the back three again. José returning to action after 3 weeks out. Takes the captain's armband off Vidal as he comes on. So he's actually going out to the left. So still trying to be positive. They're controlling here. Expertly as always. Melamed calling it forward on the left. To the right instead. And now it will come to Nico Melamed. 2 minutes of normal time to play. Alex Vidal cross towards the far post. Pierre Gabriel can retrieve. It's away from Claire. To Sergi Gomez. Now Braguera. On to Simo. Alex Vidal again. Vinicius Souza. Pierre Gabriel. Patience from Espanyol. He's worked the 1-2 there. It's broken up by Vigas. Now Vigas controlling on his chest to race forward. Vinicius Souza trying to win it back, but Boye can find José. Gets to the byline and wins the corner. So a good first contribution from the substitute as the 10 men of Elche push forward. And José winning the corner in the last minute of normal time. I think it's fair to say Elche would deserve a winner if they get it. They've been, especially in the second half, the team that's controlled the game, had more chances, been more positive. Can they find a winner yet? It's Gumbau who will deliver the out swinger with his left foot. Too shallow and cleared away by Brathwaite. Palacios will drive forward. Continues his run to receive it back. Cross is good, flicked on at the near post and wide across the face of goal. Asking for a corner. Not going to get that. And for the final few moments, they are going to go back to a back five with Gonzalo Verdu coming on, the central defender, in place of Gerard Gumbau, the midfielder. He's done a lot of running today. Calls for him as Verdu comes on. Into
to added time. 6 minutes added, which we've had nearly one already. For now it looks as though Verdu actually is going to play as a defensive midfielder. So basically in the position that Gumbau was in. Here we see him closing down the ball. He is normally a centre-back. Midfield now, maybe to try and get close to Exposito and Darder if they try to create. See that statistic, 5 shots on target from Elche, only 2 from Espanyol. Here's Darder. That's Simo. Get away, edge of the area, Sergi Darder, it opens up! Oh, what a goal, what a goal from Sergi Darder! The captain leading by example with a stunning strike into the top corner. You can't really say that Espanyol deserve it, but if there's one player who does, it's Sergi Darder. He's been at the heart of everything they've done well today, and they've not done anything better than that. Spectacular strike. It just opened up for him. 30 yards from goal. He worked it onto his left foot. And then the powerful drive was unstoppable. And what a valuable goal it could prove to be. Turning 1 point into 3 in stoppage time. We will give Espanyol a breathing room of 4 points from the relegation zone. It was pretty unfortunate for Elche because the pass forward from Malamed just ran through the legs of Palacios, but the rest of it was brilliant from Darder. Unstoppable. Beyond the dive, and Echevarria couldn't get close to it. Rattles into the camera in the back of the net. And the travelling fans can celebrate what will surely be a priceless winner now. 10-men Elche will continue to push, but they've only got 3 minutes, and they've got a break to face here as well, as Pierre Gabriel finds Nico Melamed. Another goal to finish it off, and it's Alex Vidal. He's going to just keep the ball. Settled for the throw-in the end, Espanyol. Another nail in Elche's relegation coffin. The game they played well in, been a better team, deserve a minimum of a point, but looks like they're not going to get anything. They will stay on 9 points, and of course, losing against the team who were just outside the relegation zone, it means the gap is even bigger. 13 points now between Elche in safety, with only 16 games remaining. Final 90 seconds now, and the body language from Elche says it everything. It's heads dropping and shoulders slumping, and with that free kick won high upfield, they'll be able to take most of the remaining time off the clock. It's not been a good performance from Espanyol, let's be honest, but the kind of game where so many players out injured, and you just take the result rather than the performance. Take it into the corner flag now, wins the corner, and that should do it. We're in the last minute of added time. They'll be in no hurry to get the ball back in play, and Espanyol are going to come away from the Manuel Martinez Valero with 3 points. I'm trying to tell the referee that the players aren't back 10 yards, but they are. that's going to earn a yellow card for Edu Exposito. Pretty blatant time-wasting attempt from him. Eventually he takes the corner. Nico succeeds in winning another throw, and then that will do it. We're at the 96 minutes that have been allotted. And it's so devastating for Elche. They've had some hope in the last couple of weeks. They've been much better than they were earlier in the season. And a win today would have kept them dreaming. They could have easily had a win today. They didn't take the chances. And then, right to the death, they've been undone by a piece of brilliance from, by far, Espanyol's best player. The referee's getting involved in some fisticuffs now as Exposito goes down. Initially the challenge was from Nteka. Really, the referee just needs to blow the final whistle now. I don't know where he's got an extra minute from. Elche's players are understandably irritated. This was the flash point. Nothing in it really. Boye trying to get Exposito up to continue with the game. Some more time being fouled, but now the final whistle blows, and Sergidade's goal has given Espanyol a valuable victory. They climb 4 points clear of the relegation zone. They overtake Cádiz, Almería, Valladolid and Celta Vigo.